We all know that tech jobs are high paying. The perks and benefits can be hefty as well. But do you always need to be a coder to get into a tech company? Nope. There are many jobs that you can do without knowing the P of programming. And some of these jobs may even pay you more than software engineers. So stick around till the end to find out which one does. Hello everyone, my name is Aparna and I have worked as a senior software engineer in big tech companies like Verizon, Zynga, and Netflix. In this video, I'll be sharing with you some non-coding tech jobs, what skills you need to get those jobs, and how much they pay. I'll even include clips from professionals explaining exactly what they do in these roles. And in the comment box below, don't forget to look at the job listings that I'm going to share and read through the descriptions so you can get more details about exactly what are the expectations in these profiles. This is a value-loaded video, so if you learned something from it, don't forget to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. And before I get into this list, let me explain to you how software and these big companies actually work on products. What exactly happens in the product lifecycle? A tech company is a business. They spend money to make more money, which means they hire people, that is spending on these people and tools to create something that they can sell. For example, a company might be creating mobile apps and then each time the mobile app gets downloaded, someone buys it. Or a company like Facebook that provides you with the free app but grows their business when billions of users are using their platform and then show them advertisements to make money. And there are people working on every stage of developing these products. Market researchers can figure out what existing customers or potential users are looking for. Then they may bring these findings and product managers, designers, software engineers can collaborate together to create something that the users want. Once the products are released, data will be collected to analyze the results of whether this product was successful or not. Then the teams may iterate on these products to make them even better. Now that I've set the scene in your mind, the roles that I'll discuss will make much more sense. Number one, researchers. They help the business understand user needs, and they conduct interviews, participatory workshops, usability testing, and so on. Perks of these jobs may include traveling to different geographic locations because companies want data from as many places as possible to create a product that speaks to a diverse customer base. At Netflix, we had a dedicated qual room where the researchers could interview users and figure out what behavior patterns they are using. There was a glass wall on the other side of the room where people could even observe them and take notes about user behavior and improve products based on those findings. Let's talk about pay. At Google, a UX researcher can make up to $146,000 per year. Who would enjoy this role? If you have a keen understanding and curiosity of the product and love to interact with users and help finding out their pain points and creating solutions for those, you might enjoy being a researcher. Another type of researcher could be a technical researcher. In this job, you will be resourcing tools and products that other software developers could be using. I do say that this job does not require hands-on coding, but if you have some programming experience, that is going to benefit you a lot. And I must say, this could be a good transition job for a software engineer who's looking for a change and they want to do more business side of the things. Next up on the list is writing. Let's see what technical writers do. They team up with software engineers and create world-facing technical documentation. Here's a clip from a Google technical writer that explains clearly what this job entails.
My name is Peggy, and I am a technical writer here at Google. It's someone who takes technical information and converts it into easy to understand help content. We are the user advocates. We are their proxies. So we stand in for them during product development, during the design process, and we voice what we think would make the product better for them. And all of that is translated into our documentation. So it's not just online help. It could also be user guides, tutorials, videos, training, error messages in the UI, things of that nature.
Another real-world example that I've used myself is when I was building iOS apps, I would refer to the technical documentation all the time. These documents were written by technical writers collaborating with the software engineers at Apple. And me, being an outside Apple developer, would go and refer to these documentations in order to build iOS apps for other companies that I've worked for. The average pay for this job is around $110,000. Who would this job be good for? If you can write clear and concise documentation that is up to the point and you love technology, this job might be right for you. The next type of writers could be product writers. If you have a way with the words, you could be a professional product writer. For example, at Netflix, we used to have the product writing team write down the synopsis or taglines for all the movies and shows that you see on a Netflix app and websites. Another example would be at Lululemon, a product writer would be creating descriptions of the leggings or the shorts that you buy from there. Who would thrive as a product writer, you may ask? Someone that can make the users feel the words and immerse them into this experience while reading. Product writers can make anywhere from $70,000 to $150,000 per year. The next category is that of the visual designers. These can be of two types: user experience designers or user interface designers. In many small teams, the UI and UX designers are usually the same people. But if that's not the case, a UX and a UI designer would be working very closely together, along with product and engineering. In the words of a UX designer themselves,
UX design is user experience design. And essentially, there's different definitions of what it is, but it is the process of creating positive and useful experiences for users. Now, UX designers and also product designers, which are quite similar, they can create products that are physical, like a coffee maker, or digital products like an app or a website, that kind of stuff. User is just someone who uses a product. So you're a user because you use YouTube, or you use Instagram, you're a user of Instagram. The UX designer or the product designer makes sure that these products are easy to use and they allow you to accomplish your goal. So if your goal with a coffee maker is to make coffee, a UX designer or product designer has to make sure that that coffee machine is super easy to use so that you can easily make coffee.
To expand a little bit more on the user interface design, it's all about choosing beautiful colors, fonts, typography, and placing different elements like buttons and images so everything looks cohesive and beautiful together. They also use the real estate provided to them very optimally for a good user experience. Who can be a good designer? If you have a keen eye to beauty and attention to detail when it comes to delighting the users, you could be a pretty good UX or UI designer. The average pay of these designers is around $100,000 per year. Last but not least, management. Project managers are the first ones in this category. In this clip, a project manager shares what kind of a person can do this job really well.
As a project manager, your days are very different. You typically have a lot of meetings and or project work where you are working to move the ball forward. You want to be very detail oriented and just somebody who is organized and has your stuff together. But at the same time, if you enjoy working with a lot of different people, you enjoy being challenged and also just kind of being on your A game, because I'm one of those people where I like to stay busy. I thrive like that. It just, those of you who know me and who watch my channel, you kind of get a sense for that. I don't know what to do when I'm not doing something. So I just feel like being a project manager really speaks to my personality style. So if that's something you feel like would be a fit for you, this is probably a good career choice. And if you're someone who you kind of need something where you're more repetitive in your day and what you do every single day, then this may not be the type of career you want to do.
Project managers, in a sense, are responsible for keeping projects on track. They also act as liaisons between different stakeholders of the project. They also help unblock a team member if they're waiting on some other team member or a resource. If you're diligent and very well organized and you love keeping track of where all the moving parts of the project are, you would make an amazing project manager. The average pay for project managers is $115,000 per year. Product managers. This role is in very high demand in the Silicon Valley today. According to research done by Hired, product managers actually make about an average 10% more than software developers. Yes, this is the role that I was talking about, where you do not need any coding skills, but you could be making more money than software engineers. Here I'm sharing a clip from a real-world product manager that explains what they exactly do at work.
One thing that we do really is that we launch features to make our users happy. Our role is really at the intersection of user experience, tech, and business. We are really involved in crafting the look and feel of the experience. We have to understand what are the technical costs and what the tech debt is to help us prioritize what features to work on. And then we have to be very, very in tune with the ROI is for the business. Whether that's in revenue or user growth or safety or PR, we have to know how it benefits us as a business.
And from a software engineer's perspective, product managers are the one that introduce us to a project at the launch meeting. At this point, they've done all of their homework figuring out how this project lines up with the business and its core values, and they come introduce us as software engineers to what this project is going to look like. Once the team builds this project together, we constantly meet with the product managers to get feedback and make sure that it's along the lines of what they had envisioned. The feature is then released, and then product managers are responsible for figuring out the results data and whether this feature was successful or not. Who will do well here? If you're a dreamer and an entrepreneur and have a long-term vision for the success of the business and the products, you will make an amazing product manager. The average pay of product managers is around $160K, but at the top-notch companies, they can make anywhere from $500,000 to $600,000 per year. Did any of the above mentioned roles excite you? If they did, please share with me in the comments below. Do you want to know about more roles that aren't coding related but are used in tech companies? Then let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to make a follow-up video for this one. As always, stay happy and healthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!